Hi, I want to read for you today's musings, today's thoughts and feelings. I've written them down and feeling the need to read them out for you now and share them here on my YouTube channel for anyone who needs some inspiration. So, when I can't find my words, as a writer and a poet and a wordsmith, as a lover of words and everything they embody on paper, in voice, in essence, there is nothing more frustrating to me than those moments in time when I can't find my words. And over the years, I've learned that there are a multitude of reasons why this occurs. And this is what I want to share with you. This is why I want to share this writing that I've done today with you, because you might find some hope, some encouragement, some answers for yourself from me sharing this. So the reasons that I've learned why there are moments and periods when I can't find my words. So I've dropped out of my flow state. This is usually because I've stopped listening to the inklings, or perhaps I'm listening, but I'm not being entirely brave and acting accordingly. The universe might be forcing my hand to take a break. This looks like sickness or unexpected commitments, anything that pulls me away from my craft despite my best efforts and my best intention. I've forfeited my personal power, so I've become too heavily reliant or dependent on someone or something outside of myself. And this often looks like worrying what others think, or curating my craft to either blend in or stand out, rather than creating my craft just because it's what is on my heart. I'm in the midst of a transition, and I call these my pinch points. So energetic upgrades and evolutions, life pivots, anything that instigates a state of discomfort and unfamiliarity. They pinch, sometimes hard, but they are very necessary for ongoing growth. I'm uninspired. So in other words, I've gone way too long without doing the things that light me up and make me laugh. Perhaps I'm out of balance. My mind has become too busy, or I'm too hyper-focused on one particular part of my life and I've neglected the other parts. Perhaps I'm disconnected from spirit. I am at my worst in every way when I feel like I've lost or weakened that divine connection to myself, to my loved ones, and to spirit. Maintaining my divine connection is my personal non-negotiable, but sometimes it does wane because, well, life happens as it does. So there are a few reasons why I go through periods of not being able to find my words. And yet, interestingly and paradoxically, it can be because of these exact same reasons that I write some of my best work. I use my writing gift to help me move through the hard times and to clear my head. I use it to communicate with spirit and with my higher self whenever I feel disconnected or disconcerted. My writing gift, as with everything, goes through seasons and change. But ultimately, it's always there, even when I think it's not. I will always return to my words, even after extended periods. These are some final words that I've jotted down after writing all of that. My writing is my healer, my craft, my muse, my vice, my teacher. It's my therapist. It's my happy place. And I've learned that when I can't find my words, it's a sign to pay attention. And so I hit pause and I go within. I reflect and I stretch and I play. I meditate and then I meditate some more. And I remind myself that everything happens for a reason. And I smile, knowing that my words are never too far away. So that's today's reflections and musings. Those are today's words. And it's interesting, I wrote all of that very quickly, very effortlessly after I made the decision to step away from Facebook and Instagram. I have 2 business pages on those platforms. And it's been consistently feeling harder and harder and clunkier. And it got to the point where it felt like it was sucking my energy. And so I have the house to myself today. So I sat down with Spirit, had a chat, and I found some clarity. The signs have all been there that as I evolve and as my business evolves, the changes have been, the cracks have been showing in the platforms that have once served me really, really well, and that are no longer feeling right for whatever reason. And so I put my big brave girl pants on and I shared a post on each of those 2 platforms about me stepping away from those platforms in a business capacity. And as soon as I shared those posts, and so leading up to that, for quite some time now, finding my own words has felt like a struggle. It's been work. I've had to put a lot of effort and a lot of extra intention into writing for myself. But as soon as I shared those 2 posts, as soon as I made that decision, because I've been having the inklings, as soon as I listened properly and took action accordingly, all of a sudden it was like I had all this stuff to say. And then it all just came flowing through me. And so if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. So it feels good. I'm going to share my writing on my own personal Substack page just because I want to write and I want to share what I write, whether it's journaling, whether it's poetry, whether it's an essay, whether it's anything at all, that I'll be sharing it on Substack. And I thought, well, why not read it out here as well, so that I can share it with you guys, because YouTube for me does feel aligned and I like being here, and I'm quite new here, but I feel like there are people here, fellow writers and poets and wordsmiths and creatives who love words and who are into spiritual stuff. I feel like I will find more of my tribe here on YouTube. It feels good to be here. So I'm playing. I've done some writing and I've just read it out here to share for you. So hopefully something in there resonates. Take care, and I will share something again soon. Bye.